Thank you guys so much for coming here. This is the first stage that I ever gave a political speech on back in 2016, shortly after the Gary Johnson rally that was just a couple of blocks from here. I was giving a speech back then about medical cannabis, so a great segue here in these last couple speakers. And the reason why I was speaking on that is because as libertarians, we stand for all of your freedoms, all of the time. Since that day, I've spoken at gun rallies about the Second Amendment. I've spoken at the Capitol for your medical freedoms. I've spoken at vape rallies. Sometimes I've spoken at 2 different topics on the same day. Because as libertarians, we believe in all of your freedoms all of the time. My name is Anthony Welti, and I'm running for Washington State Insurance Commissioner. I'm on the ballot here in Washington. This is a statewide election, and I'm running against the longest-standing career politician in the state of Washington. He is bought and paid for. He is corrupt to the core. And while you may know Jay Inslee and you may know Ferguson, the guy I'm running against, Mike Kreither, supersedes them all. Half of his money comes from corporations, lobbyists, and PACs. Most of it comes from out of state. I'm funded to the tune of $75,000 from individual people like you, no corporate lobbyist money, no PAC money, because I stand for each and every single one of you, not the corporations that have bought and sold America. Libertarian Party principles are thus of consent, of self-ownership. And that's what my campaign has been about for now nearly 3 years as I've been running for this election, since January 1st of 2018. See, the incumbent won his re-election in 2016 and then 3 months later filed for his 6th re-election. Since that day, I've had my eye on him because he cost my family, my wife, and my infant son my health insurance. Like so many of you, we have fallen victim to the broken healthcare system in this country, the broken health insurance in this country, and Mike Kreither, the incumbent that I'm going to take out on August 4th in the primary, has been complacent. Anything he can do to make things more expensive and more burdensome, he will do. And the unfortunate thing is he just picks and chooses who he helps. He stands for his political party and his donors, not the individual, which we know, again, as libertarians, are the most important thing, is each and every individual person that has a concern. That's what's great about libertarians, is we're able to look downhill at what the unintended consequences of all these bad policies. So while you'll hear rhetoric from the left and the right talking about what good they've done, you never hear them admitting what they failed at. They fail constantly. How many of you can afford your health insurance? Yeah, that's disgusting. This position that I'm running for is not a legislative position, but what I will be able to do is work as a citizen lobbyist to protect your consumer rights, to have insurance that you value, and to stand up for you, to have accountable, accessible government, so that you don't have to take a day off of work to drive to Olympia to have your voice heard, except that we know, those of you that have been to Olympia, you gotta wait in line behind the lobbyists who take them out to fancy steak dinners. They wear their overpriced shoes. I've just got some nice comfortable Clarks down here. And those guys take supersedence over us as citizens. That's what first turned me political, was realizing there was an issue that was affecting my life, and I had to take a time out away from my child to go have my voice heard. You know, it's one thing to stand up for your country against, authoritarianism in other countries and war and, fighting the Nazis and things of that nature, right? We should not have to fight for our own freedom in our own country. These are inalienable rights gifted to us at birth from our Creator, whoever that might be for you, that are supposed to be protected, not taken from us by the government here in Washington. Did you guys know that the Washington State Constitution has a touch of libertarianism in it? And I'm actually quite proud of this as a Washingtonian. Article 1, Section 1 of the state constitution says this, that consent of the governed is required. Your consent to the powers above you are what are required, and that's what's so key to libertarian individualism, is that we respect those individual rights. That's a precondition for a peaceful and prosperous society. I know you libertarians know that statement of principles. This election, though, it's not about me. If this election was about me, I'd be home with my kid right now. He's 5 years old. I got a birthday party that I'm missing right now. This election is because so many people are being harmed. And I'll be damned if I'm going to stand by and let the same thing happen to my child that's happened to so many of us, and so it doesn't happen to your kids as well. We are the standard bearers for a peaceful and prosperous society. We, as libertarians, must take control of this peaceful revolution, a revolution of ideas, the revolutions of self-ownership and consent-driven relationships. You know, nowhere in any relationship here right now can you do something without consent. Government has a monopoly on that power to where they can make you do whatever they want, and if you don't, you're in a cage. Don't believe me? Try doing something they tell you not to. Do it long enough, and eventually you'll get a court summons. You don't go to the court summons, then they come and arrest you, and then they put you in a cage. Peaceful people. Insurance commissioner affects your auto insurance, your home insurance, your health insurance, your car insurance, and everything in between. It's probably the least sexy position possible. It's okay. We're going to make it sexy again, because you guys are paying too much, and we're going to do everything to lower your price. There's some real basic reforms I stand for. We should be able to buy insurance from any place in the world we want. Not just across state lines. I say anywhere in the world. That's the difference between us and the Republican parties. They want to stop with, well, you can buy it from across state lines. We'll give you that permission. And the Democrats say, no, you can't do that. You might not get a good policy, even though people in Idaho are buying it, or, you know, as happy as the people here in Washington, which is not very happy because we're all regulated too much. We need to remove taxes on healthcare. Do you know you guys pay sales tax on your aspirin? You get a headache and the government taxes you. They tax your insurance to the tune of $600 million in the state of Washington. That money goes into the general fund where nobody knows what happens to it. It just goes there to die, to whatever pet project they have. That money is yours. That is your property. You created it. You own it. And it is only up to you to do what you want with it, because government is not here to dictate your lives. I'm not here to tell you what's best for yourself. I'm here to empower you and to empower this state to take back what has been stolen from them. And as we see right now through the economic crisis, they're stealing our freedoms. They're harming the small business owners. Unemployment insurance. Nigerian scam. $600 million that the unemployment office let get stolen from them because they don't think that we deserve a right to private unemployment insurance. So that's something we're going to bring here to Washington if I get elected. We're going to represent everybody so you're not captive to a broken system that just got scammed by Nigeria, and you haven't heard Jay Inslee say a dang thing about it. That money is going to come out of our pockets. This needs to stop. I'm running to represent you. I'm running to represent this party. We have an opportunity to win this election. I've out-fundraised a 40-year career politician 4-1. We raised $75,000 off of donations from people like yourself. I've got t-shirts, bumper stickers, yard signs. I need your help. Every $5 you help right now goes to ads on Sunday before the election ends. I need your time. I need your energy. I've been on the campaign trail for 3 years, full-time for 11 months. I sold half of what I own, put the rest in storage, because I believe in our message of ultimate freedom and self-ownership. And I just want to thank you guys for being here. I want to tell you to vote for myself, all the other libertarian candidates here, because we're the only ones that believe that you own your life. It's that simple. Thank you.